Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up. And don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, my Dewey, King Dingbat here. Welcome to the season finale of the Philly Shakedown podcast. Joey, my man, what is going on? How are you?
I'm good, man. We're moving on from 25. We're going to 26.
Yeah.
And, we're getting ready for good things for training camp in a few weeks, a little bit of a break. And, yeah, ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. We always have a kind of an odd season finale because we do it at the end of June after they have their last mini camp, because at that point you go into that real lull where nothing's really going on and the team is broke until camp. So it's a good time for us to kind of just catch our breath. We got to redo the intro. We got a bunch of stuff to do. So hell yeah, it'll be awesome. What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Logan Motorsports is here. What's going on? Marcus Walls, what's going on? Maurice, what's going on? Kay, Vigilant Tracker, Chris, Parker, thank you for being here. Epic, Bot, Carlos, I believe Green, Psycho Steve, Blake, Antonio, my man, what's up? Dave Duss, what's going on? Dean, what's happening? And I see Troy's here, English Eagles here, Akeem, and anybody we missed, I apologize. Yeah, man. So we broke for camp. What were your thoughts? Like, we haven't talked too much, I thought, about camp, but what were your thoughts about what you heard coming out of camp, man? Like, anything stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think players are embracing this new system. I think it's taking time. I think there's a lot of mistakes being made. I think Mannion is really gravitating the players towards him and what he wants to do. And I think it's just something that's going to take time, and I think it's going well. So I just think, the defense is winning their days every single day. I think that's a given at this point. And, there are questions within the roster probably for a couple areas. But other than that, we have to wait a little bit and see how these coaches produce some of these other guys and, see how what the offense brings us later on. So
yeah. Well, one guy that's really turned a lot of heads has been Reek Woolen. Everybody's been talking high praise with him. I think when you see a 6'4" corner out there, it's going to get your attention. But he's looked really, really good. And if he is as advertised from what we've gotten this spring, dude, this secondary is going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty, Roll Philly Dog says, can you guys believe they're saying dump Jalen for Lamar? Jalen has Lamar doubled up in playoff wins in less time. No, I didn't see. Did that come out? Is that? I'll have to check it out. Send me. Hey, will you send me that? Will you DM me that? Because I haven't seen it today, but I haven't been home, so I haven't had a chance to check. But send that to me. My thoughts on that are simple. Like, were you going to go for a guy who wins Super Bowls and big games to a guy that can't win a playoff game? No, thank you. I'm sorry. I know that sounds crazy, but no, thank you. Like, don't you feel like they just want to get Jalen out of Philly? Like
I
now
sent you it, by the way.
A.J. Brown is gone. Oh, you did?
Yeah. I saw that today. I was like, okay. Jason Lockenfora.
Let me see. Yeah, I haven't seen. I'll have to read the article, but I feel like now that the A.J. Brown is gone, now they're turning their attention to Jalen Hurts, and it's like here we go again. We're really gonna start doing this shit again. It's just I'm so sick of it.
I know.
Dave does says mistakes is actually a good thing early on. Got to get all the hiccups out of the way early. Yeah, I agree. They're going to be hiccups. You're going to get them out of the way. I mean, look, this offense is not going to come out, I don't believe, and be scoring 30-something points a game look like they're in sync. I mean, there's a lot that has to happen. A lot of guys, got to kind of learn the system and stuff. But if they stick with it, if the offensive line is healthy, first and foremost, if that offensive line is healthy and they get that running game going, they're going to be dominant. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, even look, I think another one from camp that actually looked good was Tank Bigsby. I mean, see him run some routes, do some catching, treating him like the number 2 back, and hopefully that's going to be the case from how much they rotted him on the bench last year and how productive he was when he had his opportunity. So, I want to ask you this, like with Barkley potentially, he could have 2 years left. He could have this year, next year, maybe an extra year after that. Do you think Tank Bigsby would be a lucrative, like maybe a mini extension he could have after this year, maybe to keep him and not let him go?
I mean, I think it's possible. I think it would depend on money because I think the way the Eagles are going to look at it, like, do they think that Tank Bigsby is somebody that they can't find elsewhere?
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then they'll sign him. Otherwise, I think they'll just let him go. I do. I really think that this draft coming up, I think you need to take a running back like in the first 3 rounds because you got to start preparing. I mean, how many more weeks or years rather do you have Barkley playing at a high level? It's going to be the question. So
true.
This draft is supposed to be deep in a lot of like weapon areas. So I think you could get somebody pretty decent, dude.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to pull this article up. I'm not going to be able to read the whole thing, but I am going to respond to what you sent me. If there's a article behind it, I'll have to read that later. But let me see here. All right, so let me pull this because people are talking about this. Parker the Fly says there's actually a rumor that we're targeting Lamar. Bro, here we go again. Let me pull this. Let's address this now. Because I mean, why not? Let me send it to myself. But I mean, it's just like as soon as AJ's gone, it's like I see it like the way I see it. I know conspiracy wise, but I see it like the Eagles had this great team, and they don't want the Eagles to be a team that's winning multiple Super Bowls. So now they're trying to just break us up piece by piece. Yeah. So here it is what you sent me, and this is what people are talking about. I haven't had a chance to see this, so I'm just seeing it really now. Call me crazy, but if the Eagles are still looking to upgrade at quarterback after this season, I could see Howie Roseman inserting himself into Lamar Jackson's situation in a big deal. Jason La Canfora with a bold prediction. My thoughts are this. Jalen Hurts is 2 years younger than Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson's around 30. I mean, he's still got several years left. I still think Lamar Jackson, I do think he's capable of winning, but I don't know. I mean, our guy wins. Our guy wins. That's all I know.
But Philly, talk about a guy in Lamar that has a top 5 fucking defense every year and pretty much a lot of weapons every single year and can't do much with it. It chokes in the fucking playoffs, Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know. My hope is that with Jalen Hurts this year, I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like he's going to go out there. I think that Jalen's best years are always the years in which he has the most bullets flying his way. And he doesn't fight back. He doesn't fire back. He doesn't say anything. He just goes out and does it on the field. This is the kind of year that is tailor-made for Jalen Hurts to go prove a bunch of people wrong. And I think he goes out and he has a big year this year. I really do. And hopefully that will end all this kind of discussion. I have no interest in trying to upgrade my quarterback because a guy may have more physical skill at the quarterback position. My guy wins. Jalen Hurts wins. That's all I care about at the end of the day. I mean, would you rather, if you're a fan of a team, would you rather have your quarterback with Jalen Hurts' his credentials or Lamar Jackson's? And Lamar Jackson's no slouch. The guy's won 2 MVPs. But at the end of the day, don't you want a Super Bowl? Isn't that what's more important?
Yeah, and these guys that are throwing over 4,000 yards aren't even making it to the NFC AFC Championship game. I mean, they're not even making it that far at all either. I think part of it is the critical part on Hurts is that the wide receivers are elevating Hurts, and like there's so many weapons, he's got a super team around him, hence why he's having some big years. But I think regarding, now with Mekhi Lemon coming in with no AJ Brown, this is going to be the year where apparently he needs to prove himself. I mean, don't give him blame last year. I mean, give everybody a lot of blame last year for the bad play calling, and they put it all on Hurts, for what was going on. So, I mean, even the four vert play that they talked about. I mean, Hurts pretty much said that he didn't even call that fucking play.
True. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True. Yeah, it's funny how people ignore what Jalen says. Like, if you go back and you listen to his press conferences and stuff, when he talks about like what he thinks the offense needs to do more of, he talks about the short passing game, middle of the field. He talks about more plays under center, but they act like he doesn't want to do any of those things. See, that's why I think the rat was Patullo. I think Patullo was saying a lot of bullshit, dude. Richie MC says, we all good. What will we have? I hate having too many mercenary players. They come for the money and are the first that quit. They don't interact with the city and the fans. It's true. It is definitely true. Yeah. I mean, how do you not look at AJ Brown now and say, yeah, he was a mercenary? He was a mercenary.
All he was.
Yep. I mean, did you see? I mean, the way he left. But to me, the post he put out when he left, and then he made a comment like, I don't think he gives a shit. I really don't.
Now it's a quick AI statement. Yeah, that was it.
It was. Mm-hmm. It was. Master Eagle, what's going on? Philly reminds me of Don Vito. Oh, yeah? Oh, hey, we can do that. I'm happy as a fan that we have Jalen Hurts. One, like Joey said, Jackson choked the playoffs. Love you guys. Love you too, man.
Sure, man.
Yeah, I mean, he does. He chokes in the big game. David says it too. Jackson chokes in money time. Hurts excels in money time. Agreed. I agree. 500 AJ Brown a clown. Yeah, well, let me bring this up real quick to you because I think this is very interesting. We talked about tampering and the fact that there was tampering seemingly go on. Well, Mike Florio of Pro Football Talk basically said that the Patriots overpaid for AJ Brown to avoid a tampering case because they were so worried that they were going to get looked into with tampering and were so guilty of it that they basically just gave the Eagles what they needed to have this thing go away. I'm telling you, one day it's going to come out how bad the tampering really was. But they're scared, they're scared they're going to lose 2 first-round picks. So they might as well just give that first-round pick and then be good. But I totally believe that's probably pretty accurate.
I would have rather started an investigation, and I don't even care if we had to hold AJ Brown until like right before the season started to get those picks. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even. I don't get why they would feel pressured to. I mean, you put pressure on the Patriots, but I don't know what else other direction they would want to go in. I mean, I guess maybe there's a respect in between both. Look. Like, I don't think Howie Roseman can be mad at an organization for doing something. Maybe, mistakes are made by certain individuals. It's not really stamp-packed on the whole entire organization. It's everybody's fault, but it's obviously Vrabel's fault for what he did. Even talking about in the Combine interview that he talks to players during the season, especially AJ Brown. Which
he said he talked to them every day.
Yeah, it's eye-opening.
What do you think they're talking about? You know what I mean? Like the weather? No, I mean, AJ's probably going, I want out of here. I want to get out of here. And he's like, well, we want to get you into it, because look, the whole AJ Brown thing started a year and a half ago. When they hired Vrabel, you started hearing AJ Brown's going to be a Patriot. This is like 9-10 months before he ever requested a trade. So how is this even coming up then? It's so shady, man. It's not even funny.
No.
Big Pickett says free agency makes it a mercenary type situation. Hard to pay 22 guys. It is. And that's why when we always talk about would you resign this guy? Do you resign that guy? I always resign my draft picks first. The guys I draft in house, they always get preferential treatment because a guy drafted is not the same. Like it matters to them to be on one team and things like that. But a guy that's a mercenary, nah, dude.
No, and
You gotta be
guys,
able to let him go.
and other guys that are willing to take pay cuts or at least lessen their contract. Like Hurts took less money at one point to sign extra guys. Devontae Smith, look at his. Remember that new contract he got? That contract was made to re-sign AJ Brown in his second contract. You know what I mean? So you don't have a lot of players that do that. You have one guy on a team that will literally empty out the whole entire cap situation of a team, be selfish and not care whoever gets anything else. You know what I mean? This team isn't like that. There's not much loyalty in the NFL. I think we know that by now. But with this team, you see some of that, which is very rare. So,
Yeah. How does trade compensation stop the league office from investigating? My theory is that, one, it gets the trade over with so the fans aren't talking much about it, because I think there was a lot of talk about it within, the fan base. And the second is the team, the Eagles, don't complain to the league. So, the Eagles don't get they could go complain, file a grievance, and you get them their pick so that they're happy, then they're less likely to go and make a complaint. But the thing people have to realize, though, is even if they were to get hit with tampering, it's not like the Eagles get their picks. The Eagles get nothing out of it. They just take their picks away. That's all.
Yeah, and I think a fact to this, because I actually looked this up. So if the Eagles want an investigation, it has to be approved by Goodell. If it's not approved by Goodell, then the Eagles can't do anything. So I don't know if Goodell has to, and his, I guess the front NFL office, whatever they're called, need to figure out if there's legit evidence that there was illegal tampering, and obviously connected to the Diana Rossini situation. Well, that's the whole thing.
That's why they wanted to go away.
Yeah,
that's the main reason, because the tampering leads to the realization that there was a whole shady affair thing going on that caused a lot of issues, not just with him in New England, but with Vrabel in Tennessee. I saw a couple things where they were showing like different moves that were made, like when Julio Jones went to Tennessee,
right?
And certain other things. Like there was a lot of stuff that she put out early and broke to force the other teams to lose trade leverage. And so know where it's coming from, Jay, let's go. What up? Let's go, Eagles. What's going on, my man? How are you? Patriots should definitely be hit with a tampering. Even when AJ was changing his social media pictures to New England jerseys, going on the podcast with the players, that's all tampering. I know, right? It's true. It really is. It is. But, yeah, I mean, at least we got it first. I'm happy to move on, though, at the end of the day. Like, just seeing him in New England, like, I'm so good. Like, goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye, dude. Goodbye. Yeah. We got Devontae. We got hopefully Mekhi Lemon will be ready to go. But I like the other receivers we got, too. I think a guy like Wicks is going to surprise a lot of people. And then I think there's room for Saquon Barkley to be more effective in the passing game. There's room for Dallas Goedert to have an even bigger year. So, I mean, we're going to be all right. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so.
Eagles and Heat fan says, let's be real. AJ wasn't finishing his career here anyways, because he wasn't drafted by a team. They never keep guys that they don't draft. It's true. Yeah, I mean, he was going to play one more year at most, and he was gone. That was the key. Howie knows everything. He could trade the cancer and still go after the Patriots. Yeah, I mean, Howie could. He could. Jeff Lee, what's going on? I fully believe there was some tampering going on. If the Patriots miss the playoffs this year, I'd be a little happy. Oh, I'll be happy if they lose every game, especially in 2028.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about to any player ahead of free agency or trade, even if he's just checking up on a player and asking them how they're doing. No, you can talk to a guy. You can talk to a guy, but it becomes like a little bit weird when the guy who's trying to trade for you is sitting there telling people he talks to you every day, when his girlfriend is leaking out stories causing friction within your locker room, and then him saying that you just have to, and then he's being the coach trying to trade for the guy. right? Well before the guy even asked for trade. It's not definite that there was something, but it's suspicious and probably worth a look-see. Like, let's look at those text messages and see what they say.
Yeah.
I bet you there's things on there that would be pretty bad.
And if this Rossini stuff never happened, we wouldn't have even heard about the Patriots even having any type of involvement. It would have been a big mystery at this point. I mean, not a mystery. I mean, we know AJ has been giving us clues that obviously it's been his childhood favorite team growing up. But I mean, other than that, Rossini spreading news from Vrabel to the media and then going to WIP and then making it worse the last couple to a few years.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, how can you get all these leaks coming out of New England saying, well, we're going to get A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, just a matter of time. A.J. Brown will be Patriot. And he hadn't even requested a trade. He didn't even request a trade until week 4 when they were 4-0, by the way. Who requests a trade of 4-0? It's bullshit, Chris says, if I'm Howie, I get the compensation and still go after Vrabel. What could the Patriots even do? Admit tampering was real and we are blackmailing? Well, I think the Patriots, I think the bigger issue than the tampering is the scandal with Rossini and Vrabel. And the tampering leads to the realization of how bad that situation was. And that is an embarrassment to the NFL. I think that's why they don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, I mean, we'll see. But, it was an interesting article by Florio is why we brought it up. Max Crosby, interesting name. I will say this, and I'll bring this up. And I talked about this before too, but Bleacher Report recently put out Super Bowl windows for teams that are actually competing for Super Bowl. They gave the Eagles a 4 to 8 year projection for a Super Bowl window to be open. So they're saying the Eagles got about 4 to 8 years left to be Super Bowl contenders. I tend to agree with them because the amount of young players that we have. I mean, Jalen's only 27 years old. Devontae's 28 years old. And then you look at how young the defense is. And to me, that ties into Crosby, because if you were given the opportunity to Crosby, and he's going next, like I do not think Max Crosby will be a Raider this year. He is going to go. The question is do you make a play for him, dude? I think I make a big play for him if I get a chance.
Yeah. If they don't care about that 28 first rounder for AJ, it could be something that they could use. I mean, I think they could definitely do that. It just depends on how much more, because you really don't have any extra picks. You have, realistically, next year you have your compensatory picks. You have an extra 5th round pick from the AJ trade. I think of the extra 5th rounder, and that's really it. And you have that first rounder for 28. So you have a little bit of extra ammo, but are you willing to give up more picks for him next year? That's for 27. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think Crosby's going to go when he gets close to being cleared and healthy. They're going to try to build up his trade value, and he's going to end up somewhere. So if I get a chance, I'm doing it. I think it's a good way to match what the Rams did with Garrett. And if you can not give a bunch of picks up to get him, like I would do a 2028 first, or I would do second and throw in Nolan Smith or something, figure it out. But I'm definitely thinking you get the opportunity to do it.
You're going to be in trouble. You might have to make this trade at some point, maybe, because if the Rams get Aaron Donald back, because there's rumors about him coming back playing with Garrett on that D line. If that happens, I mean, it's nothing official, but the Rams are open to him coming back. The Eagles got a match with that, and they don't have that right now.
Yeah, it's true. David says, I feel if we get Crosby, can't Hunt just drop back and be a dominant outside linebacker? Yeah, but they're not going to want to do that with him. They're going to you got to bring pressure from all sides. So, I mean, they're going to use Hunt. They're going to drop him back. They're going to drop Crosby. They're going to drop both those guys back at different times. So, I don't think it would necessarily change that much. I don't think you would see Hunt go to just playing like an outside linebacker. I think Hunt is very capable of being a 8 to 10 sack guy. So like, do you want him to stop rushing the passer? I want him to do it more if possible.
It just seems like with Hunt, like the early seasons, like early in the season when the season starts, he's really not as productive. It's like almost like a buildup for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like he just needs to take some of his production and kind of move it earlier in the season, because he could have 8 to 10 sacks. He could be a double, like you said, double-digit sack guy. It could happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's capable of that. I really do. I think he's capable of 8 to 10 sacks this year. He led the team in interceptions. I don't know that'll happen again, but
yeah.
I think he's the first Eagle player to lead in interceptions and sacks in the same year. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Chris Kaufman, member for 33 months. Thanks so much. Mercenary wide receivers always go nuts. They sure seem to. They sure seem to. That's for sure. But no, I mean, it'll be interesting with Crosby. I think that we're looking like heading into the season. I think we're looking at a defense that is much improved. Like, we could talk about the hits you take on offense, like losing Brown, but I think Derek Woolen signing, if he is what we think we're getting, and then you add Jonathan, Grenard. I think Grenard's better than what's his face that we let go. So I like what we've done defensively. Yeah, do we have a hole or questions at safety? Yeah, that's fair. But I like, for the most part, I like it. Of course, you lose a little bit losing Dean too, but I like Jahad Campbell.
Now, we didn't talk about it, but the Eagles did sign another edge rusher a few days ago in that AJ Epineza. That
yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah, he was I think he was with the Bills for 6 seasons. I think from 22 to 24, he had, I think, 6 to 6.5 sack seasons. And then he was a free agent after this past year in 25. Then he signed a 1-year deal, or he was going to sign a 1-year deal with the Browns for $5 million. Then he had his physical, and then the Browns backed out of it because of medical reasons, medical red flags or something like that. The Eagles signed him immediately. Now, he only had 2 sacks last year. He was dealing with some type of a foot injury or something that he just couldn't stand the entire year. So they could be getting a nice rotational guy in AJ Epineza, 27 years old, great against the run, could rush the passer pretty well. He's not bad. He's pretty
No, I think
good.
He's a good rotational guy. I mean, I think he had a stretch where he had 6 sacks, 6.5 sacks, and 6. Then it went down to 2.5. You got to wonder about the injury. I guess that would be somewhat of a concern, but I'm sure they looked into it. My question with him is he going to replace Brandon Graham, or are we still expecting Brandon Graham to come play one more year?
Yeah, I don't know. The one guy I think could be on the outs maybe is the Joe Tyron Shoyinka kid, the former first round pick from Bucks. I mean, he didn't even show up to minicamp at all. He wasn't even showing up. So I don't know what's going on with him. I know we really like I really like the Arnold Ebiketie kid a lot. I think he's going to be a pressure machine when he gets into this rotation. So if Shoyinka is out of the lineup, I mean, I'm guessing maybe they're welcoming Graham back, and hopefully we get a nice welcome back from Graham instead of that stupid crap that what he said he was coming back, and he put that something up for a sponsor or something that everyone excited for no reason. I don't know.
Yeah. So Philly blocked me too. You also, I didn't block you. You can't be blocked if I'm literally reading the comment. And I just checked. He's commenting on my channel. It's impossible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you aren't blocked. I don't know what you're talking about. Nolan Smith is going to become too much money. Might not be able to afford. So I can say goodbye with a trade. I mean, you got to consider it, right? I mean, I think you got to consider trading him because, I if you're not going to sign him to an extension, then what are you going to do? Then why not get something for him? He does have 2 years left. So, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's a situation where you could get Crosby, I would do it. But I mean, we'll see. Philly, did you hear AJ said about May? He's a true leader. Yeah, I did hear that. And I thought he was taking a shot. Yeah. I thought he was taking a shot. 500 don't block people here. I see people talk about blocking. 500 don't do that. Hertz Nation, thank you for the super chat. Philly, do you plan to go to the Eagles or Niners game in Levi Stadium? When the last time you've been to Eagles? It's been a while. The last Eagles game I was at was a Jacksonville Jaguar game. That's not true. It is true, is it? No, it was like the second to last game. It was right before Chip Dip Kelly got fired in Arizona. That was the last one. It's been a while. Am I going to go to the 49ers game? It's not out of the question, but as of right now, I don't have any plans on it. But one of these days, I want to go. I want to go like around the holidays. I want to go back to Philly. I'll have Joe. We'll meet up, and it'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Flipping the birds, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, "Sup, Dingbat and Joey?
Yep.
The Breadman and Midnight Grenard will lead the D-line in sacks, both double digits. Nolan Smith will be traded midseason for Crosby and some picks. Crosby will complete the set, man. If we get Crosby, forget about it, man.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, man. And thank you for the super chat, and also Hertz Nation, man. Thank you for that super chat. Also, man, I didn't mean to not thank you. Thank you so much. But we appreciate it. Need to win Philly. I want Crosby. Remember you said we don't need him, and I respect that. But I don't think we need him to compete. But I'm not going to say you're not going to be much better with him. You know. So
yeah, yeah. Compared to what else you have with what the Rams are doing, because they're a legit threat now. So we'll see.
I don't know, man. Some people I just got to shake my head. You all block me, so what? Like, if you were blocked, then why would you even type? It's like it wouldn't show up. But the fact that it shows up means that it's impossible for you to have gotten blocked.
Unless he has,
you realize that, right?
Unless he's on a different account right now. Unless he's on a different account.
I can guarantee you he's not blocked. Not on my channel. I don't block people. The dude from Tampa is a bust. I love Crosby Hunt. The kid, yeah, he says he's a bust.
Yeah, he might. Well, yeah, he didn't live up to be that. That was their Nolan Smith pick. That was pretty much their Nolan Smith type pick that didn't work out.
Yeah. Mouse, he says, I say trade Nolan while you can still sending him to the Raiders. With picks for Crosby would be great, Mike. I think that's the way to do it. Because then they're getting back somebody, that's still relatively young, that still has upside, that can replace long term. So I think that would be a good bet. Like, the one thing I think the Browns, I thought the Browns made out great when they trade Garrett, because they got Jared Verse. Like, Garrett is better than Jared Verse, right? But I don't think it was such an upgrade like people think it was. If the Rams would have kept Jared Verse and had Garrett and Verse, that is what you want. That is what would have been devastating. So to me, like the Eagles, if the Eagles would have traded Carter for Garrett, I wouldn't. To me, it would have taken something away from it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but in Nolan Smith's case, I don't think that's the case, because he's not on Jared Verse's level.
No, not even close.
No. That's his account. He's not blocked. He was I didn't time him out. Don't time him out. Please don't start the timeout stuff. I don't like timing people out either. Blake Hart, thank you for the super chat. I think Nolan will be traded, play out his contract. Don't see him staying around after Grenard extension and having to pay other more important players. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, you still get 2 years left. And let's see what he does, though. What if Nolan Smith comes out and has 14, 15 sacks? That would change everything, Yeah,
so, I mean, Brantley Gowton put out a post the other day about that. He thinks that the Eagles are going to have this extension done for Jalen Carter right before the season starts this year. Going between 32 to 35 million per year, so that's big. And on top of everything else, like the next 2 years, like by next year, you got to figure out the contracts for Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, It's looming right now. So
you have to do it. You have to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. See, I think the fact that Jalen Carter did not take part in drills tells you they're working on a contract, in my opinion. Like, they're in negotiations. He's not going to do anything to ruin that. That's what I think. And I think the Eagles wanted to see how he came into minicamp and stuff. You know, did he come in? Was he in shape? Was he ready to go? And then if he is,
good.
Yeah, he looks great. You kidding? He put a lot of work. Like, one thing you can say about a lot of the guys on this team is they look like they put in some work this all season. Look at Devontae Smith. Looked like he put on 15 pounds.
Barkley
looks like he took off 20 pounds. You know, Jordan Davis looks great. Jalen Carter looks great. Even Nolan Smith, if you look at his arrest photo, guy looks like he's 265. He looked like he ate the other Nolan Smith. He looks huge.
Yeah.
So pause no diddy.
His mugshot.
But I mean, I'm saying that when I saw it, that was the first thing. I was like, "Oh, Nolan Smith's ready to go." Shit, yeah, my man looking jacked. That's what I thought when I saw the arrest photo.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't say that, but that's what I thought. And Blake, thank you so much, man, for the super chat. We appreciate it. Iron Wolf says, I hope Lemon and Stowers become big stars. Me too. Are you worried about Lemon not getting any reps in OTAs and stuff, minicamp?
It's not what you want to see. I mean, you know how the Eagles, I mean, you could be 95% healthy and the Eagles will still keep you out of practice. I mean, that's how they are. They're very overprotective of keeping guys healthy, especially you don't want a guy getting hurt at minicamp. You don't want a guy, you don't want him to, even if he's 90% healthy, you don't want him to go in minicamp. But yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, he worked out for rookie camp and then he, he just wasn't practicing. So hopefully by training camp, he stays healthy. I mean, Stowers is another one where he wasn't really doing much team drills. He was doing a lot of one-on-one stuff. And I think he had a sleeve on his leg as well at one point, I think. And we need to see production out of him, this year. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not worried. I don't worry about the mini camp. I think it does put you a little behind going into training camp. But, you get the training camp and there's a good, 2.5 weeks of practice before the first preseason game. Usually they'll come in and then they rise up the depth chart pretty quick. So I think they'll be all right. David says, Philly doesn't block anyone. I've been hearing the bullshit for years while watching the same people comment on the screen. Get over yourselves and yourselves. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I definitely don't. It takes a lot. I definitely don't like to do that. Maurice Steele, thank you for the super chat. The Browns is a dumb organization because he was willing to give up 3 first-round picks last year from Myles Garrett. They should have took it last year. The Eagles offered 3 first rounds. They should have jumped on it. But I mean, look, I got to give them credit. They got a first-round pick and they got Jared Verse. Jared Verse is a legit young pass rusher. But
he's just going to be losing.
Browns are going to pick. And what are they going to do with the picks? That's the question.
They've done this millions of times.
Yeah, they do. They've been, dude, it's like, how many times, I wonder if you said, all right, the last 30 years, how many times have the Browns picked in the top 5?
That's,
it's got to be insane. And they don't do anything with it. Chris Scott says, this team wants another ring. These players know how good this team will be. All the players look healthy and ready to get back to mountaintop. Yeah. And, we talked about all the guys that, how they look. But what about Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson? Landon Dickerson had nothing on his knee. No brace or anything.
Nope.
He looked great moving around. And Jurgens says he feels like, really refreshed. If those two guys come to play, if this offensive line gets back to what it was 2 years ago, nobody's beating this team, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, and I think, from a health standpoint, I think being in the playoffs every year is an effect on everybody's bodies because you really don't have much rest if you're deep in the playoffs every single year. But since you were kicked out of the first round, the wild card, like Jurgen said, they had more time to rest and to do other things. So hopefully the stem cell stuff worked for both of those guys. I mean, realistically, the future of the offensive line, what's going to happen, especially what's going on with Dickerson after that weird restructure from a 3-year to a 2-year deal now. So realistically, Dickerson's only on contract throughout 2027, and that's really it. So they signed that Michael Jordan kid as well that has a lot of experience as a starter, 10-plus games for a few teams that he's played each for the last few years. So we'll see what the health of these guys are at.
We shall. Brandon says 500. Would you do this? Eagles 28 first, 27 third, and Nolan Smith for Crosby. All right, so 21st, a third at first, and Nolan Smith. Would you do that?
Probably, yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, you have to give up that 21st anyway. I mean, you're going to have to give that up. That's got to be involved. A third-round pick isn't bad.
No, third-round pick I can deal with. Yeah, I'm borderline with that.
A first-round pick's going to be on the table. It's going to be on the table.
Well, they want a first. You're going to have to give them a first. I think that's
yeah.
the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
So what? So the Patriots can do that shit to us, but we can't.
No, right.
You know what I mean?
No,
we can't. We want the 27 first. We can't give them the 28 first. Come on.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Like, yeah. I mean, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. No question about it. But one thing we should take a second and talk about is the deal.
I got the deal. I got the deal. Yeah. So yeah, this stream is sponsored by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app. We love watching sports. You got to check this out. Prize Picks, best place to win cash while watching your favorite games. The app is really easy to use. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few player stats. We're talking points, yards, strikeouts, touchdowns, you name it, and lock in your lineup. Philly, what do you got today?
So, as you guys know, the World Cup is going. And when it comes to soccer, I'm more of a guy that believes, why kick the ball when you can pick it up and run with it? However, that being said, the USA is playing, and I figure why not take the U.S. since, it is the U.S. and they're playing, I think, Turkey, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the U.S. in World Cup soccer. I say pick the ball up and run, but it is what it is. So USA going to win us a little straddle today.
Yeah, I mean, and then look, if you could make deals like this. The best part is if you're new to Prize Picks, you could play a $5 lineup, get $50 of lineups, $5 for $50 by using code HMA. Prize Picks is available in most states, including California, Texas, Florida. So there's a good chance you could play today. So download the app, use code HMA, get to the action. It's a different way to get more excited about sports. I want to thank Prize Picks for sponsoring the Philly Shakedown podcast, and we thank you so much.
Yep, shout out to Prize Picks, and let's. I've never ever played any soccer in terms of
I did.
I played the sport in during recess at like elementary school. I never played it like organized, but I've never like played it in fantasy.
No, I get it.
But soccer's not my thing, to be honest. I just can't do it. Hey, 500 Joey. Why does Joey always sound worried? We love you, Joey. No shade, 500. We love you too, Big Dog Gilbert. Thanks, man. We love you.
Do I sound worried?
I don't think you sound worried.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. 500 better than who's Landon Donovan? Is that a soccer player? I say pick that ball up and just I watch soccer. Like if I want to take a nap, I put on, and it's like 1-1, and they're running all the way down the field.
Try watching golf. Try watching golf.
Too. Yeah. Golf too.
Yeah. NASCAR too. I can't stand NASCAR.
Well, NASCAR is like just one giant turn. Like I'm just gonna make one giant left-hand turn. I can't get into NASCAR either. I can't.
200 laps. Like I don't know how you could watch that over and over again.
No, I mean I get it. If you play golf, I could see how like if I was into golfing, like how I would watch them. I could get that, but like NASCAR, I can't get into. Soccer ain't no chance in hell I'll ever be into it. Who is Jason La Canfora and what coach is he sleeping with? That's a great question. Because that from what I see to that whole thing where the Eagles now are going to go after Lamar, it's just crazy, man. Maybe I would give up if we had to wait 57 years to get one like the Eagles. You'll never talk this much shit until you got your first. Now you all think you're best team ever. We are. We are the best team ever.
We pretty much are. Yeah.
We are. I mean, we are. Let's face it. You know, golf is easy to watch if you golf. Before you actually play golf, I would hate it when my dad watched. Now I play. Yeah, see, that's what I think too. I think if you play it, you understand, you know, what you're watching more. To me, it's like if I need a nap, I'll put a little golf on. You know. I'm just saying, dude. I mean, I think soccer is more boring than golf. It's just that the field's so long, and like, and then you got the guy with the English accent. He's going to hit the striker on the head. We got a penalty shot, and I'm like,
Dissect.
like I just want to grab the ball and run, you know. But I mean, those fans go nuts, though. There's no question about it.
Oh yeah,
nuts. You know, just don't get it. You know, is Tyreek? Yeah, the Tyreek Hill. There's a rumor that I guess Polymarket has the Eagles as the favorite to land Tyreek Hill. I don't believe Tyreek Hill would ever come to the Eagles, and the reason is because the one thing the Eagles won't put up with is like what somebody with domestic violence stuff going on.
Yeah, they don't like that.
They don't touch that, so I don't think they'll touch him. You know. I don't think they'll touch him. 500, did you? I didn't watch it, to be honest with you. I didn't even know it was yesterday, or was it? Yeah, was it yesterday? The UFC thing. I didn't even know what was going on. I was watching the hockey game, so I was watching hockey playoffs, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching that, but I guess it was good. I don't know enough about the UFC fighters. I think what they do, though, I think they're tough as shit. There's no question. I have nothing bad to say about their sport. I just haven't watched a lot of it, you know. One day I would like to, but I just haven't as of yet. Not like boxing, you know.
Right.
I've never seen Joey worried once in years. We're watching different Joey. Yeah, I don't think Joey's worried. My uncle watches every race religiously. He asked me to watch. I told him I don't have the attention span for that. Well, I went to a guy I used to work with this guy when I was moved to Vegas, and I was working with this guy. He's like, "You gotta come over. We're going to NASCAR or whatever, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, I've never watched it." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna grill all these people." So I get over there and I sit down. You know, we start watching, and there's a bunch of people that are all into it. And to me, it's just one left-handed turn. Like literally, like one left-handed turn, not just like this.
That's why
that's
why they tailgate at those NASCAR things. They get belligerently fucked up, and they probably don't even watch half of it. Be honest with you.
And I'm not trying to say it's not a skill or like I'm not saying that. Even in soccer, I'm not saying it's not a skill.
Yeah,
I just can't get into it. I just can't. You know. But I was like watching, and it's like. They're all into it. It's like, oh no, he's got to go into the pit. He's got to go into the pit. And it's like, okay, but it's just one big left-handed turn. I just couldn't do it, dude.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Is there any realistic chance we could extend Reek? Would hate to lose him like we lost Isaiah Rodgers, but I know Coop and Q are going to get paid. See, I think it's going to be I think that if he's having a good year, the last thing he's going to want to do is sign a contract, you know. But I mean, I think you make an effort, but I don't put a lot of stock into it.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. 500, Joey. Am I wrong for being an Eagle fan, but happy the Knicks won the NBA championship? No, I don't like the Knicks because especially what they did to us. But I mean, I understand the Knicks' pain. Like. You know, we went a long time not winning Super Bowl, so they went a long time. So I get it. I have friends that are Knicks fans, so I mean I'm happy for them.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm a New Yorker, so I mean down my whole street is all Knicks fans and everybody around. So yeah, I'm always happy for the teams that have like those big droughts and finally win one. I mean, so it was cool to see them do it. I mean, Brunson took, a contract of $100 million less and, able to sign other guys. And I mean, they did
credit, man.
And they're both Eagle fans. I mean, which is great.
Yeah, hell of a player. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Mark Smith says NASCAR may be boring to watch on TV, but seeing it live is totally different. At the fans' tailgate, definitely gets wasted. Party hard. Plus, this is playing. Oh yeah, I have no doubt it's a different atmosphere watching live. I do not doubt that for one bit. But I have a hard time watching it on TV though.
Yeah.
No, Brunson and Cat are Eagle fans. Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see. So wait, so you'd be happy that Dallas ends their drought? No, not at all. Not at all. I just don't hate I guess I don't hate the Knicks the way I hate the Cowboys. I'm not saying I was rooting for the Knicks. I was rooting for San Antonio, but I could be happy for those people. Like I understand the pain that they had to go for. But no, I was rooting for San Antonio. I'm from South Jersey, but worked out of Kensington. I hate the Knicks. It's naturally in my blood. Oh, I get it. NASCAR is for middle Americans where there's nothing else exciting going on. I mean, look, they really get into it, man. Those guys are into it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure going live, I'm sure it's totally different.
Yeah.
I know he's Saquon week 1 pause. Saquon's going to have a huge year.
Yeah, he is.
Not worried about what. No, Washington's going to. I think Washington's going to have the same issues that they had last year. I think they're going to be banged up. I think they tend to be old, and I don't think they're going to do much. Kevin says, Kevin and Heather, we love you, Joey. Go Birds.
Thanks, sir.
What about the Sixers drought? We dealing with our own pain. Oh man, well the Sixers drought is brutal too. There's no question about it. No question. Look, I'm not trying to say I like the Knicks. I don't like the Knicks. I have some friends that I'm happy for that they won. I understand what it's like to have a drought like that. But no, I was rooting for San Antonio. I lost money on the damn thing. Does Reek take playoffs? What do you mean?
Off.
Does he
take plays off?
Plays off. I don't know. I mean, I have heard things like that, and heard things that his attitude at times can be an issue. But you got a guy who's on a 1-year contract looking to get a major payday.
Mm-hmm.
I would think if you're going to get him, you're going to get him this year on his best behavior.
Does he shit talk and does he do all that other shit? Yeah, he does. He definitely does. That's you know.
Yeah. Brunson being an Eagle fan made me want him to win. He's a killer. I respect. Oh, I respect him too. I like him. He's an Eagle fan, but yeah, he is a Knick. And the Knicks kicked our ass. Did you all see the Alden Smith died 30? Yeah. What the hell was that? Did they say what happened though? I don't know how did he die?
Well, I mean, when Alden Smith left the league, wasn't he like fucking homeless? Like he was in a bad, like he must have spent all of his money. I saw videos of him years ago after he left the league, and he was like homeless and he was walking on the street. Like he was not
really.
Yeah, he spent all his money. I don't think he had any money at all left from the NFL. So something must have happened.
Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff. I know that he died. I don't know how he died. Did anybody find out why or what happened? No.
Let's see.
I admit Dale Earnhardt was definitely exciting as the Intimidator, but as soon as he was gone, never watched since. Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember that day too.
Yeah. I would say I was watching, but that wasn't the case. What do you guys think about Jalen rumors? What do you think about signing edge rushers left and right? Well, I think that you could never have too many edge rushers, first of all. And then if you're talking about this specifically, which we brought up today, which I hadn't even seen, to be honest with you, until I came on here. But to call me crazy, if the Eagles are still looking to upgrade a quarterback at the season, they could see Howie Roseman inserting himself to Lamar Jackson situation. I don't know. I mean, like, I just think that it's like, why are you turning in a guy who goes out and wins the big games in the Super Bowl for a guy that doesn't? I know Lamar is talented. He's won 2 MVPs. I'm not going to take it away from him. But I would rather have the guy that goes out and wins Super Bowls. So I just don't understand why is Jalen Hurts on the edge of like going to like what are we doing here? Like I feel like this is like the next step in trying to dismantle a Super Bowl team that can win multiple Super Bowls. Because first you get rid of AJ Brown. Now what are they going to start working on Jalen and try to get him to want to leave? I mean, like, what are we doing here? You know, I don't get it, man. You know, let's see here. City Swing is overrated. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not giving up on my boy, but I won't be mad. Well, I don't know who we're talking about.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know who we're talking about. Could you imagine Reek and CJ Gardner-Johnson on the same team? That amount of shit talking would drive Vic. Oh yeah, it would probably drive him insane. Yeah, but I would love it though. God, I'm not gonna lie. I love CJ Gardner-Johnson.
You missed that.
Go ahead. What was that?
No, you just missed that. You know, you missed that crazy off the deep end fucking type guy. I mean, I hope we find out, dude. Like, I just want to know, like, why he's burned so many, like, even some of the teams, like, even going to Houston, and that only lasted a week and a half. And, you know, the way he left the Eagles again, you know, it just sucks not having him, man. It just sucks.
It does. I love the guy. Lucius the show. Thank you for Super Chat. Alden Smith passed away in his car after he and his family was passing out pizza to the homeless. Cause is still unknown. I wonder if it was like,
gotta be
hopefully it wasn't like an overdose or something like that. Hopefully, but you know what? Like, oh yeah, that's a shame, dude. It's horrible. The Eagles going to get spanked this year, 500, but I'm sure Jalen won't mind since he likes getting his stool pushed in. My bad. I mean, what are you talking about, dude? Like your team doesn't win anything any year. You guys don't even have a Super Bowl window because it's not open. Like what are you talking about? Not Jackson over Hurts for anything. Not if you pay me money. Crazy. Keep superstar winners. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I'm in no rush. I don't need the guy that wins MVPs and throws 40 touchdown passes. I need the guy that wins in the NFC Championship game. I need the guy that wins in the Super Bowl. Those two things are not the same. They're not mutually exclusive. You could have big numbers, you can get MVPs, and you can never win a playoff game or a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. It's just not.
It's true.
Yeah, they don't say that about Justin Herbert, and he's the same draft class and won nothing. I really think, I mean, this is my honest opinion. I really think that I don't think that a lot of people in the league, I don't think people like the Philadelphia Eagles to be a team that wins multiple Super Bowls. I think that people get freaked out when it's the Eagles. They don't like it because the league knows that if the Eagles aren't good, they're going to sell out every game. The league doesn't need the Eagles to be good to get those fans to buy tickets and stuff. We do it anyways. So they take us for granted. And they don't want the Eagles to be great. They don't need the Eagles to be a dynasty because the Eagles are going to sell anyway. So they rather go somewhere else. And as soon as the Eagles put together this team that went to 2 Super Bowls, won one, was capable of winning much more. They try to get rid of AJ Brown. Now AJ Brown's going. Now they're trying to get rid of Jalen Hurts. And then it's going to be Saquon. You watch. They're trying to dismantle. Look how many times we get coaches and our coaches get taken. They get hired. Like every time an offensive coordinator does a good job, he's gone. And I really think they're trying to screw us. I really believe that in my heart. I think they do. So now that AJ Brown's gone, of course they're going to try to take a quarterback that wins Super Bowls and send him somewhere else.
Right.
I really believe that. 4133, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to 4133. 509, Joey. I lost my leg in a bad motorcycle accident. Had my 6th surgery today. Thank you both for what you're doing. Content that helps me get through this 19th day in the hospital. You're saving my life, my mental health. My God,
shit.
4133, man. I'm so sorry, man, about your accident, man. That's horrible, man. I'm glad that your surgery, I guess it went well today. You're out of it and you're talking to us. So I hope it went well. I hope you're doing good, man. You'll be in our thoughts and prayers, man. And definitely we'll have to reach out to you later, man. Private, on more private level, man, and see what's going on. But thank you so much, man. I'm sorry that you're going through all that. I really
We're
am.
very sorry for that. Definitely. Hope
I'm
you
glad
feel
that
better.
Some way we help, but man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Beat Blade says 500. Why is Philadelphia radio like WIP and the Fnac trying to force Jalen Hurts out of Philadelphia? They act like he didn't go to 2 Super Bowls, winning one. What's their problem? I don't know, man. Like, look, they did it with Randall. They did it with McNabb. They do it with every quarterback. But I never thought they would do it with a guy that won a Super Bowl. I think that they do it because they want something to talk about.
And they're not going to get a reaction from him because he doesn't react to shit like this either.
Right. And that's the thing. Jalen will not react. He will not defend himself. He will not speak up. So people know that they can say shit about him and get away with it. And he's going to just go by his business. It's so annoying. It really is. I don't get it either. I don't get it. When I was coming up, we were told Randall Cunningham can't win the playoff games. Don McNabb can't win the playoff games. Troy Aikman, he may not have the talent of Randall Cunningham, but look, he just wins, and he has a good team around. He goes out, he wins. And winning was what mattered more than anything. It was winning. And you had the ultimate weapon quarterback, the ultimate highlight quarterback in Randall, but you got to have a quarterback that can win. Now you go out and we get a quarterback that wins, and it's like, oh, well, that's not all that matters. It's because of everybody else that he won. It's like you can't win either way, dude. You just can't.
Yeah, well, I think part of it, too, what I really can't stand now is you have these, like, veteran players or these ex-Eagles like Hugh Douglas and some of these other ones that, like, talk all this shit about this quarterback, and then in person, they're chicken shit. Like at the bicycle ride thing that they do every single year, and Hugh Douglas wants to take a picture with Jalen Hurts, like, it's just like it's so fake, They get trashed on every day like that.
I honestly don't listen to it. I don't listen to them anymore. So I don't know what they're saying. I mean, I do every once in a while hear Ike Reese, and he seems reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I really hear is when people put up clips of like on WIP and whatever, like the clips I see. I don't sit there and watch the entire radio show and listen to that garbage anyway. So,
but what was interesting to me was how quickly, when all the AJ Brown stuff was coming out, and when like LB was putting out the stuff that he knew, how quickly they all went and tried to trash him and other content creators. Yet they had the story, and a lot of them knew a lot of stuff like that, but they didn't put it out there on purpose. It's like they think that they should control the media and stuff, but they don't tell you the truth. They tell you what they want you to hear to fit their narrative. That's why I look like a guy like Lord Brunson. I think I hold him in higher standing. I do, because he's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah, and even if like us people that don't really have the connections like Brunson does, and shout out to him because he does really good work. For us that don't have those connections, like they're the ones that tell us like and try to take our narrative and twist it around. They don't like us being truthful out here. Because when we say we don't know nothing, we literally don't know anything. And WIP doesn't know fucking anything. And when they hear something that's someone closer to the situation like Brunson is and knows some things that are going on, they try to twist it around. And
and they'll be like, well, in content creators just talk about stories that people reported. Well, of course, when you report something and it becomes public, then you give your opinions about it. What do you think talk radio is? It's the same thing. It's no different. It's that. I don't have a narrative. My only narrative is I want the Eagles to do their best and be at their best. If I like a guy, I'll say it. If I don't like him, I'll say it.
The likeness of what we do comes from our content, but the likeness of what we do is our character as well. So people subscribe to you because they like your content, but people subscribe to you because of the person that you are and the integrity that you have. And like everyone brings a different flavor to the table, even though we are talking about the same moves and the same things that happen all year. We all have a different point of view on things. And even if we, like me and Philly, don't agree on everything, and it's happened before, but we're not going to be at each other's throats because of it. It is what it is. Like, we don't agree. At the end of the day, we want the same goal, to win championships, blah, blah, blah. That's it. You know,
we just wait till we get off the air, then we curse each other out.
Fuck that video. That video.
Linda, thank you for the super chat. Some Philly fans want a quarterback that fits their fantasy football stats, not the one that wins. Go be a Prescott fan. He's 10-14-1 in 2 years and an NFL MVP runner-up. I know. It's so true. It is true. And I do think fantasy plays a big part in that. Fantasy wasn't as big when I was coming up. It was just starting to get big in like the 90s and stuff. So, it is what you will call it. McNabb always cost Philly Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, you can make that argument. You can make that argument. I was a big, like, you think I stuck up for Hurts. I was really bad on McNabb. Like, I protected McNabb overboard. And then when he came out and said that he didn't know there were ties in a game after they tied Cincinnati, I had enough of him at that point. But
yeah,
it's true. McNabb choked in the Super Bowl. Hurts didn't. Exactly. McNabb did. It's the truth. McNabb, he didn't play great in those big games. In a lot of those NFC Championship games, like the Tampa Bay game, like he didn't play good that game. Some of those games, we didn't have Terrell Owens, and he helped put us into the Super Bowl, but McNabb didn't play good in the Super Bowl. We should have been up 21-0 in that game early. He threw a horrible pass to Westbrook in the end. He had 3 interceptions. Like, he didn't play good. He didn't. Hurts plays his best 2 games of Hurts' career are in the Super Bowl.
I know.
You can't ask a guy to do something better than that, dude.
No.
I will take the guy that has 27 touchdowns, 25 touchdown passes, under 3,000 yards, and goes and wins, than the guy who throws 45 touchdowns and then plays horrible in the playoffs. I'll take that guy every time. I wonder how Philly's going to block for the running game. Both of the wide receivers are less than 170 pounds. Well, I mean, I think that's a fair question. I think that's a legitimately fair question. And that's one thing that we're going to have to see. But I will say this, A.J. Brown will get credit for being able to block when he wants. But if you watch some games, dude, some games he don't look like he wants to block.
He looked fucking lazy. I already know one. The one where Saquon was one-on-one on that dump off pass, and he goes upfield, spins, makes a guy miss, and AJ just like slows the fuck down. Like, I don't know, some weird shit with him. It
is, but I think it's a fair question, and I think it's going to start though. Really, I think it starts at the offensive line. The interior of the offensive line, are they healthy? If they are, then we can talk about the blocking of the receivers. Devontae Smith will give you everything he's got. I know that. I do think you're going to see a lot more double tight end sets. I think you're going to see a lot of that this year. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's a fair question. I feel like.
Yeah.
Lucius the show, Donovan Prescott. Yeah, I think Dak Prescott is a poor man's Donovan McNabb. Like, I don't think he's as good as Donovan McNabb was. But he reminds me a lot of McNabb in that he can't win big games.
Yeah. Wow.
500, come on, man. You were all talking Super Bowl last season and got bounced in the first round by some backups. Also, your quarterback is the only quarterback in football right now with 2 interceptions in 1 play. Look, Here's what I don't understand. Why on earth would you think it's weird for us to say that we were talking Super Bowl last year? Do you not know that the Eagles had just won it? Like they were literally the defending champions. Why would you not talk Super Bowl? They were literally the number 1 seed up until like week 8 or 9 last year. I don't understand this idea. Like, well, how dare the Eagles talk Super Bowl? We were the Super Bowl champions. Why wouldn't we talk Super Bowl? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it.
And you made it to a wild card game on a prevent fucking offense, which is kind of crazy too. Because those two coaches are coaching another squad. They ain't winning 7 games with another roster.
Yeah, choking a 21-point lead to Dak and calling him trash is crazy. He's trash. They choked a 21-point lead. You know what? If that was the playoffs, it never would have happened. Dak never would have been able to come back. The big games, he can't come back. When he's down 21-0 and there's no pressure to throw up garbage stats, go ahead. Nah, he stinks, dude. And Nad, you know it too. So you're just trying to start shit. You know I'm right. Also, the only quarterback division with 2 Super Bowls and winning 1. Exactly. Yep. It's okay. You can never say the Cowboys got bounced in the playoffs by some backups. The Eagles, yeah, because they can't get that far. They can't get there. You can't get there. You can't get there. I mean, do you know the only team in NFL history that was a number 2 seed to lose at home to a 6 seed, I believe, was the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys under Dak Prescott lost the 1 seed. They lost 2nd seed. They lost 3rd seed. I mean, talk about chokers. You got it. You're not even on the same level as us. We're a team that's legitimate Super Bowl contenders. We go to Super Bowls. We go to NFC Championship games. We get out of the first round of playoffs many years. Not a couple years where we didn't, but most of the time we do. You're not even sniffing the big game. You're not even close. So what gives you the right to even compare yourselves to us? You have no right. You have no right. You're not on our level. You're playing high school football. We're playing real games. Dan Bigelow, thank you for Super Chat. Cowboys equal ass. It's true. It's true. Every stadium we go to, the Eagles outnumbered everybody every stadium. That's fact. Facts. That's right. Eagles is people's team. Let Dallas be America's team, right? Laughing my ass off. Y'all been to 2 Super Bowls, 57 years. We won 3 and 10. Yeah, but that was 30 years ago. That's 30 years ago. I mean, can we talk about relative, like, the last 10 years? The last 10 years we've been to 3 Super Bowls. I just, I think it's got to be relative to the time period. You could talk about 57 years. Yeah, that was a horrible drought. But in 2017, the Eagles won Super Bowl. They went back. They lost 1. Then they went back and won another one. Since I've been on YouTube and since you've been on YouTube, we've got 2 Super Bowls. I got 2 Super Bowl rings on YouTube. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But all you could bring up is 57 years, 57 years. Yeah, but that's a long time ago. Like, after 20 years, can we not talk about 20 years ago? Like, where's the cutoff? Because if we're not going to cut off 30 years ago, then let's not cut off for the Eagles winning the 3 championships before there were Super Bowls. I mean, it's stupid. At some point, you got to cut it off. I say 10-year mark is about right.
Yeah, 10 to 12. Yeah, something like that.
I was born in 96. Cowboys have never won in my life, and they never will. And they never will. Hurts outplayed Mahomes twice, but no one says anything about Jackson and Josh can't outplay or beat him. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, those guys are great. They put up the great stats. They give you all those kind of things. But when the big game's on the line, don't you want the guy that comes to play? I don't know. That's how I see it.
No, I agree.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. But anyways, we're over an hour in. I think we should be wrapping up. This is going to be the season finale. So we won't be back until probably the week of camp. The week probably before camp. Right before camp starts, we'll come back.
Yes,
we're gonna have a new intro, and we're gonna have a set day where
Yep.
we'll do it, and then we will
Yes.
get back into it. But it's been an interesting ride, Joey, this year.
It has
Interesting.
a lot of ups, a lot of downs, more downs than ups, but
Yeah.
and a crazy offseason that was taken over by one thing that was in our way the entire time. But it's a new year, so
New year. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a really interesting year. Dan Bigelow, David Super Chat. Can it be mid-July already? I'm ready for training camp. Hurts has beat every top-tier quarterback in the NFL. 1,000%. Yeah, I can't wait for camp to start. I really think this is such an interesting year for so many different reasons. So I look forward to it, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
it will be. Yeah, be busy.
Yeah. Why are we still talking about 19? I mean, that's the thing. It's like, we're going to talk about the 90 Cowboys and then the 70 Cowboys. All right, then let's talk about the 50s, 40s, and 30. Like, why not just keep going back? It's stupid. At some point, you got to talk about relative time, and that's got to count for something.
That's true.
So that's how I see it. So yeah, you could talk about 57 years, but like, what? 50% of the fan base on both teams are like, they only remember the last 17 years, last 10 years. So it's like, at some point, it's got to be relevant.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, we appreciate you, man. All your support all year long.
Yes.
We're going on break. You'll still see us doing individual stuff. I don't put videos out every day in June. I kind of spread them out like every other day and stuff, and then just kind of recharge. Then after the 4th, kind of pick it up. And then once training camp starts, it's like crazy. But this is our time to like, this June, July. I feel like that this is our like recharge time for the season coming up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it is.
So you will see us, and we want to thank everybody. Truly, truly, we do. And we're gonna get out of here, and then we'll be back. Yeah, like week before camp, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. And we will let you know what days we're gonna do it and stuff and all that.
Yep.
So, shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. Joey, man, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, I appreciate all support for the year, guys, and on to a new year. And we'll be back soon, so we'll be good.
Yep. So peace out, guys. We love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Peace.
It's on.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak! That was on you, Dak!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the Lamb! Trying to feed the Lamb! You tried to feed the Lamb! You got to give it to C. Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.